Hello and welcome to Mayday Media. We're pointing out a few articles online. Got one here with some John Deere autonomous mower. You know me, I like those autonomous mowers. This one don't look to have a whole lot of options, but it's a big boy. We're going to look at this Alienware handheld gaming device. Just look at the way it's set up. It looks like it's going to be ergonomic and nice. And we got this PikaBoost too, which turns your regular bike into an actual e-bike, and these would be handy. It's something I've been looking at and thinking about taking a gamble on. I don't know if it'll be this one or not. There's a few different models, but I can take my bike on the bus. You can't take your e-bikes on these buses, at least around here. But something like this, I can get right on there. I can disguise that if I have to, whatever, you know. I'm going to go over these, read the articles, and I'm going to do some Bitcoin stuff, see what you think there. And anyway, like, subscribe. Let's get started. At CES 2025, the impressively built-out John Deere exhibition was all about automation, autonomous job sites, autonomous farms, and it was a new battery-electric autonomous lawn mowing robot that stole the show. The self-driving John Deere robot was positively dwarfed by the giant farm machinery surrounding it, but it continues to prove that humans will pack bond with anything as more than one burly-looking and grizzled man asked, what his name was. It's Howard. I'll fight you. For his part, Howard packs a 21.4 kilowatt battery that runs a suite of electric motors. That includes the drive motor, 3 cutting blade motors spread across a 60-inch cutting deck, and that's a big deck. And that's an actual real mower deck. I mean, this is going to be designed for doing big areas. But it's not electric motors that make John Deere's little robot mower cool. It's the way it works. See, instead of using just GPS data or just repeating a pre-recorded run, Howard can do something in between. The way it was explained to me, you would ride the stand-up mower around the perimeter of the area you wanted to mow, select a pattern, then hop off, fold up the platform, and let it loose. Howard mows just the way you would, leaving you to focus on edging, planting, schmoozing with the clients. It's exactly the sort of help landscapers are looking for. But that should come as no surprise, of course. John Deere, perhaps more than most companies, knows its customers. We've been in the turf business for 60 years. It's a core part of Deere. So you can go up to a place and it just does itself. Well, I mean, seeing is believing. You got to map most of this stuff out, and you've got to have all that stuff. I don't know what kind of technology they're using. What is it? There's no snazzy alphanumeric levers the same camera technology and other Deere autonomous machines, but on a smaller scale. Since the machine has a smaller footprint with 2 cameras, each on the front, left, right, and rear sides of the little guy, he has a 360-degree view of the world and enough AI to lay down a pattern, avoid any obstacles, and shut off if it thinks it's about to mow down something. It shouldn't. So AI, again, to the answer, I suppose. John Deere will have Howard on display through tomorrow at CES. Here's some more pictures of it. So I haven't found any videos of it actually running. Not this one. Now here's some of this here. This is another autonomous unit, but it looks it's a way different one. Here's the little small one here. This was some 12 years ago, it says. Here's another one 6 years ago. This is probably their beta model, what they started with. But I haven't really found anything other than the bigger equipment. And so apparently, it's using cameras and artificial intelligence instead of GPS and a repeated pattern. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. I hope it goes good, because it would be cool. That would be awesome. One guy could make a lot of money with one of those things Here's out to it. Handheld gaming PCs are booming, but one vital company has been strangely silent. Now, as you can see, a lot of these little handhelds, they're awesome, but it's all about the ergonomics and where your thumb placement is. And this looks about right, actually, where everything's at. Handheld gaming has reached new heights since Asus ROG Ally launched in 2023 with new competitors like the Lenovo Legion, MSI Claws, Zotac Zone, Acer Nitro Blaze, and Adidas XPG Nia. Atari put one out. I'm going to do a video on that one. I think tomorrow. I've got it downloaded, the article, and I haven't read through it yet, but I'm hoping they're doing old games and new games, but maybe more retro games really would be cool. I'm gonna do a video on it, so we'll see. In short, it's an explosive movement for the handheld gaming. For proof, look no further than the CES 2025, which is given a new prototype for the Lenovo Legion Go 2 alongside Acer's absolutely enormous 10.95-inch Nitro Blaze 11. Yeah, that's a big handheld. In all that handheld gaming PC goodness, however, there's one major gaming hardware manufacturer that has yet to enter the fray: Alienware. Alienware's UFO gaming handheld, where is it? Alienware isn't the only major gaming hardware manufacturer that has yet to invest into the handheld scene. Another company is Razer, which has only gone so far as creating Android handhelds like the Razer Edge for controllers for phones like Razer Kishi. But if Alienware isn't alone, it's especially fascinating case considering the company showcased a handheld gaming prototype all the way back in 2020, making it 5 years now since we've seen the Alienware UFO. So this is a handheld type. This must hook onto your phone or something. I don't see no screen anywhere. We were blown away by UFO concept. Device promised to let gamers play PC games from the comfort of a handheld device. To be clear, this was 2 years prior to Steam Deck. It was announced back in 2022. Kevin Turchin, who's currently Dell Director of Pro Development, but at the time of Alienware UFO's unveiling, Dell Director of Engineer, claimed, "We actually view the UFO as the first of its kind," he continues, "when we look at the balance that we've achieved between performance and portability." Turchin was correct. At the time, Alienware UFO concept, Dell Consumer Product Reviews Manager, we wanted to take it further and how it's received. Okay. So that's like a little handheld, but you have to carry the screen around too. Okay, I mean, if it's Alienware, it might be worth it. It seems the UFO wasn't good enough to match the company's standard, and even though the technology isn't a strong enough point to satisfy Alienware, hopefully that will change in the next few years. But at the very least, lots of exciting developments are happening, like the Asus, Lenovo, Acer, and more. Alienware has changed to monitor the market, learn from its mistakes of the competitors, and then swoop in with the ultimate gaming handheld when the time is right. Until then, be sure to check out more of our C2025 coverage to get the last of all things. Alienware concept UFO. Tell me that ain't nice looking. That's the one you're wanting right there, probably, if the price is right, but it'll be pricey. It's Alienware. The Laval PikaBoost 2 turns any old bicycle into a powerful e-bike. Now I'm looking into some of these. Get the right decent bike. Get this on here. You can really get some transportation. This don't have quite the features that I want, but we'll read through it. E-bikes are great, but they're a lot more expensive than traditional bikes and often heavier too, and you can't transport them on the bus. That's another thing. Not to mention require maintenance and suffer from technical issues. Yeah, there are a lot of like brakes. If you don't have the all hydraulic brakes on those bikes, I mean, you're constantly messing with the brakes. I've got an e-bike. It's also big and bulky and heavy. They're fun. They're awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love my e-bike, but this would be a lot more friendlier to pack around. I got a chance to check out the PikaBoost 2 at the show. Okay, blah 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 blah. Essentially attaches to the back of the frame of your bike, extending out towards the rear tire as long as the tire is between 23 millimeters and 32 millimeters in width. There's a rubber wheel at the end of the device which rotates the tire when you activate it, spinning the tire so you don't have to manually. It's all controlled through a wire remote control that's attached to the handlebar for easy access. One question I do have on these is what happens when it's wet? You know, do they slip and slide? I mean, that's always one question I had. I've never heard it answered. It's all controlled through a wire remote. Okay. Once you install it using the included proprietary tool for security, of course, you'll get access to solid electronic performance. To be clear, the PikaBoost 2 doesn't quite reach the power of many e-bikes. Yeah, but for a small and inexpensive device, it does offer solid performance, reaching 500 watts of peak power and 100 watts of consistent power. The device can reach speeds of up to 15 miles an hour. Here's some videos of it. It doesn't show it in motion, I don't think. Yeah, there's the Zip Force. There's a few other ones like it. There's a European one out in England somewhere, and I think I did a story on it. But it had 3 different battery cells you could hook into it. You could charge them individually. It was like $1,200, but and it had I think it was like 700, maybe 750 watts. So it had a lot more power. You can use it in a few different modes, including workout mode, which adds resistance instead of taking it away. Probably not something I would use it for. Eco mode, a pedal assist mode that only kicks in on the hills. Or cruise mode, a steady power mode that removes the need to pedal. I would rather just work with like pedal assist, which is what some of the other ones do. They'll have a sensor down there, so when you pedal, it'll assist you as you pedal, which is what a lot of e-bikes do. I would prefer one that works more like that. The workout mode, I mean, you would have to market to the right group for that one, but I mean, I can see there being something there. The eco mode, that's the one that I would probably use the most on here. As far as a steady power mode that you don't have to pedal, I don't know, that'd suck all your juice out of there. I want to try to be a little more conservative. Plus, what I found on bicycles, e-bikes, you almost balance better when you're pedaling. Like if you're not pedaling for some reason, it seems like I'm more uncomfortable. I don't sit correctly. It's not like a motorcycle. But if I'm pedaling, it seems like I got better balance and better control. Under the hood is a 158 watt battery that Lithal says offers a range of 43 miles. That's probably going to be bullshit. Probably more like 20 miles, which, although that's still phenomenal. Through exactly how much range you get, the device will depend on how you use it. There's an upgraded battery which has a 59 mile range. So take that in half, we'll say 20, we'll say 25, maybe with that one. And once it's out of juice, you don't have to remove the whole thing. Simply detach the battery and plug it into the charger. Yeah, the other ones I was looking at had that too. The battery supports the USB PD 3.1 and the Quick Charge 3.0, and it fully charged in 3 hours. That's a very good charge time. Of course, the device isn't the first e-bike conversion kit that can turn your traditional bike into an e-bike, but what sets the PikaBoost apart in the competition is the fact that it's easy to install and will enter mass production in late August, with units shipping starting in September. $500. That's one of the cheaper ones I've seen. That would be get you a couple $100 bicycle, that little unit, and you've got an e-bike that can, help you out, save your legs and save your energy if you're into that kind of thing. All right, let's check out the Bitcoin here. 94.536. It looks like it's building up a new range to consolidate back and forth in, but it could dump tomorrow, so who knows. But if it does dump, she's coming all the way down. I mean, there's 88's going to be its last hold if it does dump, and then you got maybe a 75, but there's just not much there. You're looking at probably 70 before it really starts to grip again. But that could be another month from now, you know. You just got to play the trades when you can, best you can. Would I invest large amounts of money into Bitcoin at this particular price right now if I was a newbie? No. If I kind of know what I'm doing, would I try to play this up and down market here? Yeah, definitely. Um, but I would not buy if I was brand new to it. I mean, unless you're just wanting to hold for 10 years. Because what she's going to pump back down and she's going to pump back up and probably go to 140, and then it's going to be over. And it's going to pump all the way back down probably to, let's see here, to the 5-year. She might drop as low as 30. Yeah, say 40. That's a big consolidation range. In between here probably is where she's going to drop back down to, and probably the lower end. And if you're buying up here and you're holding, and then it comes back, you're going to hate yourself. You're going to cuss yourself out, and you can't get emotional on this. And I still get emotional when I'm making trades, but I don't do a whole lot. Well, anyway, boys and girls, like, subscribe. Till next time, toodaloo.